Hi. How's it going? Let me give me a quick second. Throw some links around. Un momento, por favor. Or something.
Frequency levels and changes and makes us lose control of our life.
Hang on, I'll be right with you. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Wherever you are. Oh my God, what did I do to my eye? Oh shit, ow. Anyway, sorry.
Welcome to a new world of light and sound.
The key is to learn how to flow. Under pressure, 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 under pressure.
All right, my apologies. Let's do it, boys and girls.
The key is to learn how to flow.
This, man.
Under pressure, 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 under pressure.
Musically,
Under pressure, under pressure.
what you're hearing right now is one of my favorite guys ever. I didn't know this existed. I thought it was only the CD series. Like, I knew about the CD series, but I didn't know they went overseas with it. I didn't know they did a session at the gallery at Turnmills. I thought it was only in the United States. Hey, what the fuck ever? Yay. Little Donald Glode keep us company for a bit. How are y'all doing, guys? As I get my fucking hair out of my face. As I get my fucking hair out of my face. I swear to God, I'm gonna get. It's a good thing I don't live. I don't live in the UK or the United, like any England, Scotland, anywhere around there. Somebody would fucking. I'd be beaten on a corner somewhere by now for bastardizing that accent how I do. But I can say that for the most part, my audience is like 95% English. So and they've all heard me do that. So it's not the biggest fucking deal in the world. You know me? You're not fucking me. Yeah, if you know your... Hi, Uber! Nice to see you. Yeah, if you know your American talent roster, so to speak, you're going to know who I mean when I say Donald Glode. And that's who this is. I'm not doing an analysis on it. It's not an analysis show. But this is... When the fuck is this from? Let me see. Does it say? Oh, it doesn't say! It's said on the YouTube link, but whatever. But yeah, Gallery at Turnmills, Donald Glode. Yay! We're gonna... Oh... Guys, I don't know what kind of traffic this is gonna... this is gonna garner. I don't know how to feel about what we're gonna go into today, but you can see it from the title. We are gonna talk about some shit. And this kind of stuff makes people uncomfy. For the most part, depending on who you are. And it's a oh, what was that movie? Was it Aladdin? A story as old as time. No, Beauty and the Beast. Yes. It's a story as old as time. That's my point. So, what do I mean by that? Like today's title says, fetish and fashion. And I just won my own quote of the day accolade. Did I even spell that right? Yes, I did. F8. Fuck, I've been spelling shit wrong all day. I just had to check my own shit there. Yeah. Tale as old as time. Clothing and what we do with it to start us off easy. Why? Because I'm gonna go deep on this today, and you'll find out what I mean by that. But yeah, clothing and what we do with it. I can't go back too far because I just don't fucking know. But the ideas of it's difficult to navigate without going into certain things. And what I mean by that is we're talking about... Hey, Frag's in the room once again. How are you feeling, love? You've come above sea level. Somewhat, hopefully. I don't know. Your grass green again? But yes, I'm starting off with the idea of fetish and clothing. What do I mean by that? What you usually find is, I don't know about, like, I can't comment. Very good. I can't comment too much on women who may or may not engage in this activity. But and that's trans women, cisgender women, men rather. I simply don't know, and I don't want to mislead the audience into a conversation that I'm gonna sound like I know a lot about when I don't. I won't do that. I guess I could phrase it in a way like this. For the most part, right? What you will find 9 chances out of 10, or even 10 out of 10, you know, I don't know, is either trans men, there I go again, right? Trans women, cisgender guys, just keep with me. Anybody, right? Blah, 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 as long as they're not females, for fuck's sake. Now, I'm getting confusing there, so stick with me. And I shouldn't have, that was my mistake. I shouldn't have included trans women. Let's stick with cisgender men. We're talking about, I'm driving at the idea of fetishizing clothing. Seems really bread and butter, right? Might even sound stupid to some. I don't identify as anything. If you want me to put it the way I'm supposed to put it, I identify as transgender. But I just say I am transgender. I don't say I identify as a woman. I just say I am one. That's the nuts and bolts of it. But to use the buzz language, Uber, that's yeah. Yep. It's funny, because I'm supposed to say I identify as a woman or I identify as transgender, and I don't. I just use the words I am, right? What I do say, for some fucking reason, is that I identify as a witch. Now, why the hell do I make that distinction? I have no idea. But that's how I rock. So, anyway. What was I saying? Yes, fetishizing women's clothing. I know, eh? It is. Right? I mean, I gotta throw a fucking, you gotta throw a fucking wrench into it, don't I? Fuck. Can't make it easy. No.
It's this, it's not this, it's this but this, blah blah blah.
Fucking hell, what am I like then? Nina Cherry, Buffalo Stance. What's he like? What's she like anyway? See, there's my horrible Britism coming in. Like I can talk like Nina Cherry. Shit. I'm reaching there. Fuck me. I was on a subway platform one afternoon, and on the opposite platform, right in the opposite direction, there was an individual standing there waiting for his train, or waiting for their train, I should say. Long hair, quite like mine right now, but darker, right? Like chocolate brown or whatever it was. I couldn't tell. It was too far. To be nice, I'm gonna say she. You know what? Her hair looked like. Yay! Yay! Oh, you're degenerates. Oh, mom. Girl, you hit the right show today. And don't be offended by what I just said, please. I'm just joking. So yes, I'm on one platform, and the individual I was witnessing was on the other, going the opposite way. I guess the best way I could describe their hair was, I guess, a less kept version of Weird Al Yankovic, however the fuck you say it. Midway down her back. Nice top, a V-neck kind of top, and a, I don't want to say a 90s inspired floral skirt, but a flowing knee length-ish black floral skirt. And flat. It's almost like a ballerina flat. If you don't know what a ballerina flat is, it's basically slippers you can wear in public. Going about her day. No hose on, no leggings. It was a night. It was a day much like today, all those years ago. And full 5 o'clock shadow, probably from the day before. And this is the afternoon of the day after. For all intent and purpose, this individual was a cross-dresser. If you know anything about pop culture, that may be the conclusion you come to. Now, I'm going to say, because I just thought of something. I began as a CD, but I just thought of this question for fucking anybody. I wonder why is it if you engage in certain behavior, namely dressing like the opposite gender, whatever that is, because fuck me, it took most of my life to even admit to say the words I was a cross-dresser when I came out as one. But who's to say to go back to what one of the viewers, this is for the SoundClouders, a viewer asked how I identify. And I went through it, but to use that language once again, just because as much as I knee-jerked to that individual being a cross-dresser, that's a hell of an assumption from me, isn't it? Or anybody. Think about that for a sec. Just because that individual is standing on the subway platform in a light top and skirt does not mean that they identify as a cross-dresser. I just thought of that now. Well, holy fuck. Whatever. That just struck me now after all these years. Just because you see something doesn't mean the individual that you're witnessing identifies as what you think they are. Well, goddamn, I gotta write that down. Available in paperback next month. Paperback, money back, nickel back. I got your back. Well, this is it, Uber. Yeah, we all do it, right? We all fucking do it. As well as paperback, we're coming out in hardcover, undercover, blow my cover, and so on and so forth. Static pricing for all. So be sure and look for that in your fucking feeds. Oh my God. Each to their own, says Reorganize. I'm a straight white male who identifies as a fucking fire engine. Neener. Oh, I don't give a fuck if this is gonna sound weird or whatever, or... Oh, neener. And that's the British siren. Let's have some fun with that for a second. That's the British siren. Neener. It's not the Canadian one. I can see it now. My building bursts into flames. Reorganize is going to come rushing up the street going, neener. No one's going to have a fucking clue what's going on, but they're going to pull over because it's the law. Some fucking freak running up my street going, neener. Oh my God, I've lost all train of thought. Oh. Have some music while I collect myself. As they used to say on SNL, talk amongst yourselves. In a New York Jew accent. Talk amongst yourselves. The tomato is neither a fruit nor a vegetable. Discuss. It was about somewhere between 86 and 90, 1986 and 90. On Saturday mornings, it used to be from about 8 until noon. I would come downstairs. I would get a bowl of Sugar Crisp or Honeycombs or Rice Krispies, whatever. Whatever treat was bestowed upon me for the week. Maybe Corn Pops the odd time, you know. And it didn't matter if the sugar was the expensive, or the cereal was the expensive shit. That was nothing but a box of sugar. No. Little Klayre was pouring herself a bowl of cereal. And adding more. So anyway, I would trot off to the living room. Plunk myself in my dad's chair, and I would bury myself in Saturday morning cartoons. Like I say, from about 7 or 8 in the morning until I noticed, because you had to switch channels, right? So this one for this one, that one for that one, blah, blah, blah. And no matter what channel it was, everything started to peter off about 11:30. Because I'd start going like that and wondering where all the shows were going. I knew everything was ending for the day. But I don't know why I looked constantly at the end of the stretch. But anyway, yeah. It sure was. Yes, for sure. And sometimes there's actually there's a show that was on in the mid 80s when I was in elementary school, grade 1, grade 2. It's called You Can't Do That on Television. It was basically a sketch comedy show for kids, right? School-age kids. And it was really cool. I loved it. And still do. That's what amazes me, dude. Ree. I've watched it numerous times over because it's on YouTube, right? It was on CBC here in Canada, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Canadian content. But yeah, you can't do that on television. Teenager cast and, you know, young people cast. And 2 adults were basically the only, they handled all the grown-up parts, right? All the grown-up roles. So yeah, the Saturday morning thing, I would sit there and shovel my bowl of sugar into my face, and have my cartoons. What I'm saying is, when I went to the loo a second ago, and I say this every fucking time, I don't know why. During the commercial breaks, right? We'll be right back, whatever. What they used to have were these little bumpers or stingers, I guess. There was one with 2 ladies and a cowboy, like 2 ladies that looked like they were from the 50s, and then one cowboy in the middle on a guitar, and then they had another cowboy and his dog in another one, and it would be, after these messages, we'll be right back, and it would go, after these messages, and then the 3 people would lean forward, and all their hair would switch, right? They'd stand back up and go, we'll be right back. In the cowboy one, it went, after these messages, the dog would, like, pee on the fire hydrant or something. He'd go over and sit down on the sidewalk or the curb, and the fire hydrant would spit at him. And he'd go, bleh. And then you'd hear the cowboy go, we'll be right back. Just these stupid little... And all this to say, I need a bumper. I need a fucking bumper. So people aren't just looking at this shit behind me when I decide to grab a beer or whatever. I need a bumper! I need to contact the CBC and see if that stuff is in an archive somewhere on tape. Yeah, CBC, how much would you charge me for that cowboy bumper you used in 1987 on Channel 10? How much would that run me? Do I gotta give up my next paycheck and the left leg of my unborn firstborn? For sure, for sure. Yes. I fucking agree 1,000%. Tailspin. I love Tailspin. Thank you. I have to, Fraggle Rock I didn't have a taste for, and we have gone completely off the rails, and I will go back. Thundercats I could kind of take or leave, mate, you know what? But Tailspin, thank you, my love. I am going to put that on my Android box today. That is going on my fucking Android box. Because that was Chip and fucking Dale. Or was it? Was it Chip and Dale? Tailspin? That was Chip and fucking Dale, wasn't it? I'm testing. No, who? It was. What am I thinking of? Or was it just two squirrels? What am I thinking of? Oh, Tailspin. Tailspin was with that big duck dude. Yes. Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Chip and Dale. See, I even got the rhythm. Chip and Dale. Do we remember DuckTales? Oh, Pink Panther. Fucking legend. I had the Pink Panther on when I was a kid, too. Rescue Rangers, that's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. Thank you. Good, good. Race cars, boop, boop, doo-doo-doo. It's Duck World. Something, something, blah, blah, blah. Life is a mystery. Blah, 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 or rewrite history. DuckTales. Woo, ba, 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 da, ba. Yeah, it's DuckTales, yeah. Yeah. This was about, I forget, because Ghostbusters. There was two Ghostbusters on when I was a kid on Sunday. There was the real Ghostbusters. Sorry, Donald. There was the real Ghostbusters. That was like the True 2 movie one with Eli and all them. And then there was this other one with the fucking ape. I think it was on what was it? No, wait now. It was fucking shit. This fucking, like, whose idea was it to put a monkey in the Ghostbusters? And where did they get the tits to put the prefix the real Ghostbusters? No. You want the real Ghostbusters? You're watching the other version with Elon, with Egon Spengler and all them, and with Janine. That's the one you want. It didn't, exactly. And the good one I'm talking about had Slimer in it. That was about noon on Sundays after I got dragged home from church. So yeah, all that to say, wow, what a fucking rant. All based on the fact that I need a little bumper. Have you seen which one? The Ghostbusters? Which one? The one with the one with the women? That one? Because I have seen that one. Or do you mean the other one? I've seen the one. I've seen the one with McCarthy and them and What's Her Nuts from SNL. I haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife. For the SoundClouders, we've gone from Saturday morning cartoons into Ghostbusters. You know what? I honestly, I don't think we've seen Afterlife, but we did see the one. What did they call that? The one with the girls? It was Ghostbusters something. I can't remember what it was called. Oh. Well, that's why I haven't seen it. Really? I don't... Oh, I thought it was older than that. Oh, okay. You mean Melissa McCarthy? I don't know, mate. I liked it. I don't know what to tell you. I liked how Kate McKinnon from SNL played like a nutty professor type really fucking well. That was pristine. We had a physics teacher in my high school, and like no joke, this guy Igor. Oh my God. Well, it's funny you're saying that because this physics teacher we had in my high school, I don't know if you guys are familiar with a show called going back again to the 80s. It was called The Hilarious House of Frightenstein, right? And it was on, I forget when it was on, but regardless, you had Vincent Price on it and all these people. And there was one character, the mathematician. And now I don't know who told him it was a good idea to try and explain algebra to 5-year-olds, but anyway, that was what they let him do on the show. And my dears, as much as I'm sitting here telling you this right now, if that physics instructor in my high school wasn't the brother or doppelganger of the mathematician on The Hilarious House of Frightenstein. Yeah, it was a 70s show, yeah. My God. You look at the mathematician from The Hilarious House of, and then you look at my instructor from school. Cookie cutter. Fuck. Oh. And he was speaking of nutty professors and shit, if he would get an idea in his head through explaining something to us, he was the exact teacher. Welcome in, Kitsune. Yes, we've deviated. We have deviated from the world of fetish, but we will go back. I'm going back. Thanks for being here, honey. Nice to see you. What was I saying? Fuck. Oh yeah, this high school professor or instructor was the exact teacher in school who, when he would get lost in his own explanations of things, he would go, "Oh, you want to see something cool?" I was in that course for 2 hours, 2 weeks, until the office, the administration realized I wasn't allowed to be there because I didn't have the prereq for the fucking course. Because in my, I don't know how it works wherever you're watching from, but in my high school you had to take science, general science in grade 10, and that was your footing, that was your base for either biochemistry or physics. In grade 11 and 12, you had to have that prereq. And this was grade 12 physics, and I didn't have the grade 11 prereq. So, yeah, off they kicked me. It was shitty, too, because I was sitting right in front of, like, the prettiest girl in the fucking class. Hey! Stop. What's up? I'm literally yelling at my guinea pigs right now. That's what I'm doing. Because they're being cranky with each other. So I've been completely derailed. What was the last thing I said? Maybe you remember, Uber or Ree? Are you okay with me calling you Ree? I'm just shortening it a little bit. I can call you Organized if you want. I'm just, whatever. I just want to make sure you're okay with that. Because I'm conscious. What was the last thing I said? Something about... No, not that. The last thing I said when I was talking about the whole old person on the subway platform and stuff. That's what it was. And then I went for a commercial break. And everything went completely sideways on me. Yeah, the whole idea of just because the individual on the subway platform would strike anybody's mind as a crossdresser, that doesn't mean she was. And I'm saying she just to keep it rolling. Now, let's come away from that. And I would compare myself to that individual, meaning that, yes, even though it took me a lifetime to say the words that I was a crossdresser, and I really was. I was just severely closeted. I did for quite a few years to give Kitsune a reason to stay. I did fetishize women's clothing. I truly did, and that's nothing but real. Now this is going deep into a subject that, for the people who are going to see this on a recording or wherever I'm going to put this in the coming days, I'm leading into a topic that I don't expect to make a lot of friends on. But whatever, my phone book is full. So yeah, there is that idea. Bringing something as simple as clothing into the world of fetish. I mean, you can have a fucking a finger fetish or anything. It does not matter. You could like noses. You could be wet to the knees over a nose. It doesn't frickin' matter. Now, and I've noticed the chat gone quiet. That's okay. What I do find interesting is, let's dissect this for a second. As I just explained that individual on the subway platform and how they may or may not identify as a crossdresser, why... Oh, for fuck's sakes. What I would like to pose as a question is, and this is rhetorical, why is it that we attach these surface level categories to that individual that I keep bringing up. But if you want to discuss the idea of that, let's keep it with that individual for a second, or anybody, right? I'm going to come away from that person because we don't know who it is. I don't to this day. Never did. But if an individual wears the clothing of the opposite sex or the opposite gender for intimate purposes, and we're getting really fucking specific here, there isn't a name for that I know of. Now, like I mentioned at the top of the show, I'm dancing in the realm of, I'm not touching women with this, right? I'm sticking with the male population because that's what I know best. Because that's what I used to be. Now, there is a term for a male who brings himself out for dinner, comes home, violates himself, and then doesn't call the following morning. Stay with me on that. It is called autogynephilia, which means you are an individual who is aroused by the image of yourself as the opposite gender. Pretty fucking simple, really. Fancy word for a simple concept. But that's only one aspect of it, right? That's one thing. If you're an autogynephiliac or engage in... way to go dark. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not going to comment on that. In the chat, Uber Transfer says, Bad Boy Bill. Yes, it's very real, Uber. Yep. Autogynephilia, or being an autogynephiliac, or engaging in autogynephiliism. Yep, it's all true. Yeah. But now, conversely to that, the question I'm posing is, and this is again rhetorical, if there's a name for that, if somebody went to the effort of coming up with a name for that, why isn't there a name, or let's say label, if you want to go there even, why isn't there one for a guy who just likes to get off in girls' clothes? Because that's different. What, autogynephiliac? Kitsune? Yeah, very true. Yep. Break it down, right? It's very simple. Auto meaning self, right? Gyno for the woman. Yeah. Autogynephiliac. Somebody put that on a 4x4 right now. I'm gonna be probably cracking wise a lot. You did not. I'm probably going to be lightheartedly cracking wise throughout this whole session. I mean no disrespect by doing so. Candyman. What? Oh, you guys are tearing me apart here. Hang on. Frag, it's Donald Glode from way back in the day, the Gallery at Turnmills. It's their mixed live second session series. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. Let me see. What's Ree saying? For the SoundClouders, do you think drag should be something... Okay, I'm going to turn this fuck down because I'm going to have to talk. Okay, let's see. Do you think drag should be something to have fun with or to be taken seriously? Way of life sort of thing? Because the UK drag acts seem like they are there to have fun and take the piss with it, but the US drag take it very seriously. Kitsune is saying, I feel that's heavily based on the individual. Some people prefer the lifestyle. Some people like it. Well, based on what the two of you have said, to start off, I'm referring to Reorganize and Kitsune. In terms of seriousness, or what did Kit say? Heavily based on the individual. Some people prefer the lifestyle. Now, okay. It is a lifestyle. I guess I can give that a bit of credence, but I can't speak too much to the UK, although I have seen Drag Race UK. But in terms of, like, if you want to word it, if you want to use the words lifestyle, it's important to maybe make the distinction that these girls, they're not going for bread in drag. You know, they're not going to the shop to buy a carton of milk in drag. That would be a lifestyle. Now, if you want to refer to lifestyle in terms of the culture, that's different. That's fucking different. And I mean, there was a time, right, when the girls wouldn't be seen out of drag unless they were being paid. Now they are. They're out of drag all the time. Blah, 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 right? But do I think, to go to Reorganize this question, do I think it's something to have fun with or be taken seriously? Oh, I saw you at the air raid yesterday. I saw you at the air raid. Sorry. 2002. Great song. Love that one. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. But in taking it seriously, you can, like, say you're a camp queen, right? Or a comedy queen. Proper feminine names, but most drags Valka. See, I love that. Valkaida? I love that. That's amazing. I don't know what to tell you on that. Yeah, some of them have proper names, and some of them don't. One of my favorites is Violet Chachki. Another one of my faves is Rhea Latre in LA, and Willem Belly. These are all the fucking Rue girls, right? Another one I like is Got Mick. That's a take on Got Milk. Blah, 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 right? It's all... I mean, there's no fucking rules. But in terms of seriousness, like I started to say, you can be a camp queen or a comedy queen or whatever the fuck it is. And your show will come off as, you know, for all intent and purpose, a train wreck, right? And I've seen the UK queens, and I fucking love them all. They're fucking great. But now, with that said, I guess we can maybe attribute the fact that, yes, you might be a comedy queen or whatever, or an insult queen even. Like, what's her name? I can't think of her name. Damn it. She's big over here. Oh, don't you hate that? Anyway, she's an insult queen, and she's like, everyone loves her. Now, in terms of taking it seriously, you can take a joke seriously, to coin a phrase, you know what I mean? If that is your act, you can take that seriously. Of course, yeah, why not? But of course, like you just said as well, Ree, the opposite is true too. Like, I mean, have fun with it. But I mean, if it's your career, there's no fucking rules, right? Just because you're getting, that's a good way to put it. Just because you're getting paid for it doesn't mean you're not allowed to have fun with it. That's the best way I can put it right there. You can be paid for something and still have a ball doing it. Just fucking eat the rest of my words there. Yep, I coined it right there. So yeah, I guess that's the best I can offer you on that one in terms of drag and genitalia from the 90s. Jenni, genitalia. Don't make me explain that play on words. Yes, she was part of we're going Club Kid now. Genitalia was basically the only she was protected in the New York club scene. Her identity was kept secret. I know her real name. Her identity was kept secret because of who she was. But yes, she is as much as the other kids are, she is an absolute legend in the New York scene. Limelight, Disco 2000, Club USA, the Tunnel, and on and on and on. Palladium, I believe, as well. There's a ton of them. Yeah, Michael Alec, James St. James. Yeah. Yeah, I know about it all. Yeah. Michael Alec. James St. James now works for Wow Presents out in California, out in LA. He's an author and a contributing editor for the Wow Report. Yeah, the Wow Report is a top 10 list of things that made them go wow. It's James St. James, Fenton Bailey, and Tom Campbell. Tom Campbell is the creative director of Wow Presents, and they do a weekly show where they talk about queer shit for like an hour or half or whatever it is, however long it takes them to go through the list. James St. James is also the author of Disco Bloodbath and Party Monster. And those are about exactly what you would presume they're about. Yes, and Kenny, he used to be the door bitch at one of the clubs, and he is a successful artist now. Walt Paper, or Walt Cassidy, he released a book recently, and he's an artist still living in New York, very successful artist. I don't know what genitalia is doing right now. Ernie Glam. I don't know what Ernie Glam's day job is. Baga. I know Baga. I know. Hello. What the fuck? Oh. What? Hello. Hello. My mic. Can you hear me? I can't hear me. I can't hear me. Fuck. Yes, the only pair of headphones I have that go together. Sorry about that. Whenever I have sound issues, I always freak out because I've been tainted by fucking audio issues. So yeah, it's Uber says it's really interesting to see what everyone's doing. Yeah, for sure. You know, like for a movement that has a colorful past. It really is nice to know, because I've seen the talk shows and stuff, Donahue, Geraldo, all of them. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Geraldo, I think it was Geraldo or Donahue. Oh, fuck off. Tainted and teabagged. Yeah, fuck. Oh, my God. Come on now. Yeah, Jesus. Richie Rich went on to be from the club kid scene into an illustrious career as a fashion designer. Richie Rich and his partner Trevor Raines. Yeah, very influential and well-known fashion designers. I forgot about Richie Rich and Trevor. Yeah, they're not together anymore, but for years and years, Richie and Trevor were a team. Yeah. So, okay, I forget what I was talking about, for fuck's sake. You guys are derailing me. Fuck. I think I was talking about... Oh, I don't fucking know what I was talking about. Oh, I hate you people. And speaking of which, I guess, I was talking about club kids? Well, because something brought me to James St. James, and I forget what I was talking about before that. I've lost all track. Jenny Talia and stuff. I'm not going to say her real name, because... Whatever. What the fuck was I talking about before I went off on that club kid tangent? Oh, drag! Drag, that was it. Bag of chips. I love bag of chips. I need some fucking music. This is ending soon. Where's my... There it is. We're getting heavier right now. Oh, fuck me. I need more music. Fuck! Sorry, I'm yelling into the mic. This is only 40 minutes? Alright, time to... Okay. Time to do what I was gonna do earlier. Bear with. Fuck. Oh yeah. Oh, where's my history? Where is that one? Where is me history? Where is me fucking... Oh, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. Let's do this. Boom! This will be done in plenty of time. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody. Bear with me. Cool. Sorted. Yay. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right. Nah, Scrans is way harder and faster. This is Richter for Monasterio. Just last year. Rikhther if you're interested. Right there. I got one you guys are going to love after. Well, I have lost all fucking, like I just said, I've gone completely off the fucking rails. Because I've been distracted by my own audience. Thank you very much. Thank you for your love and support and keeping me on topic. Fuck. No, it's okay. I'm just shitting around.
It's okay. It's fucking okay.
No. Fuck that. Nah. It's cool. Yes. Cartoons and fetishes are a wonderful conversation. Yes, together. Yeah. Cartoons, fetishes, club kids. Yep. Oh, speaking of club kids, you unless you live under a rock, I'm going to keep saying this. You know that DJ Fat Tony has released a book. It was on pre-sale until last week. Now it has gone regular sale. So if you want Tony, or if you want DJ Fat Tony's new book, I don't take requests. Get on it. I was being funny, but yeah. For the SoundClouders, once again, reorganizing the chat, says, cartoon fetish, isn't that hentai? Oh, coming with the realism. Coming with the realism, reorganizes. Ooh. Oh, you smart. You fucking smart. You know things. You know the code. I'm gonna get set on fire for this. But yes, hentai. Yes. Hentai, senpai. That whole world of... And dude, not... I mean, my fuck. Let's take a minute with that. To hell with what I'm talking about for a second with real people. Have you seen the stuff in the adult world of anime? Are you fucking serious? Just not your thing? Trying to get my thought train back. Oh. That is fucking nutty. Between going from the bathroom back to here, I remembered what I wanted to go into, and then as soon as I sat down, I forgot. Fuck. Oh, that's what it was? Yes, yes. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. This, even I have a bone of contention with this. I don't fucking like this, and it's something that happens in my community. But it does lean into... It does trickle back into slightly, maybe. I'm not going to confirm. I'm not here to confirm or deny anything or negate anything, right? I'm not bashing anything anybody does. But... here we fucking go then. Despite the fact that you are witnessing me on the show today with my dress hiked up onto my thighs and stuff, and I've got my fucking boot, my these on. This dress goes below my knees, and there's a string on the side where I can go and bring it up, right? If I so choose. This is a Joe Fresh dress. This is nothing fucking special. It's like Target, for fuck's sake. It's hot. That's why I have it on my legs. What I'm specifically referring to is, and I can't figure this out, and neither can my partner. I really can't. But in this community and all its little offshoots, right? Like, treat it like music. You have your main style, and then you have all your subgenres or offshoots. There is a certain population of, I will include cross-dressers in this, so cross-dressers and trans women who for... Hi, C. James! When did you get here? There was a certain population under the gender fuck community, your CDs and your trans people, who for some reason feel the need to wear skirts that long, right? And your fucking thigh high fucking come fuck me boots and your fishnets and all this shit. As much as I'm sitting before you in my hooker boots, my 2-inch heels, because that's all I can do, and this simple black dress, there are individuals who basically treat themselves visually, and I've had these conversations with these people, like a piece of meat. When, I think it was before I came out, or during, or whatever the fuck it was, I was in a conversation with someone, trans woman, an acquaintance I had befriended, and during this conversation, she was a little bit sauced, right? I know what she looks like, I remember. No, it wasn't when I came out. This was a while ago when I was trying to figure out who I was. That's what it was. Yeah. So this one day we were having a conversation on Facebook Messenger. And I don't remember what led to it. But she was telling, and it's weird too now that I'm remembering it, because, oh my God, Now, I don't know what she did outside of work, but she was a jeans and a t-shirt kind of girl at work. She did property maintenance for a certain much like my building, right? She did like apartment complexes and stuff. That's what she did. Nice, tight, cute, like skinny jeans and stuff, and just a regular tank or t-shirt for the day at work. Now, I don't know what she looked like when she was engaging in things that she enjoyed doing, and nor do I care. But what happened during the conversation she and I were having was, the more I expressed my distaste for one of my community who engaged in an activity where she willingly treated herself and offered herself as a piece of fucking meat, that's what fucking tugged my skirt hemline. I mean, to each their own, like has been established in this on today's show. Because I sound hypocritical right now. I'm not judging, but at the same time, I can't help but look at my former friend and say, like how I don't understand. It just seemed like, I don't know, right? Like I said off the top, I'm not here to present answers. I can talk about a lot of stuff, but I don't have any answers, right? And sometimes I provide answers, but not all the time. But I really don't. I fail to understand why somebody. And I mean, take the fucking fact that she's trans out of it. I don't understand. I respect it, but I don't understand it. And let's be real, the same thing has been said of my community. You can respect it, but that doesn't mean you understand it. So, I guess I just answered my own fucking question. Well, Jesus Christ. But to go back to the whole short skirt and boot thing and stuff, why the fuck do the people in my community think that they have to dress this way? And that's what, in their mind, defines a woman. For the SoundClouders, C. James 13 says, everyone's different, depends on the experiences they had growing up. Can you expand on that, please? What do you mean? I do agree with you. I just want you to further what you're saying, James. While James gathers his thoughts, I will say that I made the distinction last night to my own partner that very seldom do you see an individual in my community who just rocks jeans and a t-shirt. Right? It gives the people, the individuals I'm referring to, you could argue, I'm not arguing, but you could debate that these individuals, like, I mean, we have enough stigma over our community to begin with. Let alone my sisters who present themselves as fucking sluts every day. And I mean, if that's what your jam is, rock on, girl. No worries whatsoever. But you're doing it, that's the jam. That's the fucking rub. You're doing it for some reason because you think you have to. That's my argument right there. Depends on the people you're growing up around, the mentality of the people, and whether you had sexual experience at a young... Oh. C. James 13 and Reorganize raise good points. Everyone has their own view of what something looks like. Very good point, both of you. I'm gonna zero in for 6 seconds. I'm just joking. I'm gonna zero in on what Reorganize says. Everyone has their own view of what something looks like. Exactly. You are right entirely. In plain English, it's referred to as passing, you could say. So, let's take me right now, right? And I'll fucking stand up if you need me to. Like, right? And I look how I look. Now, I can stop the show, walk out on the sidewalk right now, and because it's Toronto, nobody will give me a second glance, which is fair enough. But, I mean, I live in a city of 3 million people. But specifically speaking, and this again is sticking with Reorganize's comment, what Reorganize has gone into is the idea of, if I wasn't a trans woman, right? What Reorganize is talking about is the idea of passing, to get really detailed on it. If I were to leave my house right now, go out on the sidewalk, go for a carton of milk, looking how I look right now, with a little better makeup, I'm going to say superficially, if I was beat, right, facially, to use an 80s expression, beat, or on fleek, makeup-wise, and Uber transfer is coming in to follow with subjectivity, objectivity, yeah, the whole thing. It's both. Yeah, I agree with that. And we're kind of softly going back to the individual now on the subway platform I was talking about earlier. But just as easily as I can go to the store right now looking how I look, it's fucked up, you know, guys. People, I should say, because I don't know who's going to see this. And it's my point is, it's disappointing, right? It's in terms of Gen Pop, to use a prison phrase. We were talking about this last night, me and my girlfriend. It's really disappointing to constantly have the knowledge that in terms of the general public, you think I have to look a certain way. We didn't do that. Well, some of us did. Like I was saying a second ago, some of us did do that to ourselves. But that's the distinction, right? In terms of general population, general public and so on, it's the idea of passing. And some don't. I know someone down in Rochester, New York, who admits that she doesn't pass in public. And she looks amazing. My God, she's pristine. Such a pretty girl. She does like university talks about being transgender and all this kind of shit. Brilliant person. Love her to death. I've known her since like 2005. or 6 or whatever. Oh, I love her to death. She's really cool. But that's what I'm trying to say. Why do I have to look a certain way for you? For me to be perceived as a woman to you, I gotta have the claws. I have to have the lash. I have to, you know, corset my shit up. You know what I mean? Whether you're trans or not. I mean, let's look at magazine culture. Does that not piss you off? Sound off. It's image. It's fucking image. And you know, incidentally, I talk about the fashion culture. Fucking huge in the 90s. Oh, well, let's not even get into the fucking stupidity factor. And it's ACC EPT, my friend. Accept, not accept. Accept is accept that. It's everything except that. What you're talking about is me accepting you. But anyway, it truly is. Yes, reorganize makes a good point. It's, you know, I talk about good caring, good not caring, and bad not caring, and that's what reorganize is saying. That's only the uneducated crowd. Good distinction. Good on you, buddy. Buddy, I just buddied you. I am so sorry. I hate that word. Somebody calls me buddy. Oh my God! You want your day to end right there? Call me buddy. You could go out for a night dressed up, and if I seen you, I wouldn't think. I would think I like your style, but if you went to the shop for milk at 9 a.m. dressed up, and I would still think I like your style, but I would also think you were totally mad. Context. Well, I mean, Christ, come on now. Going for milk. How I look right now at 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't even do that. But that's what I'm saying. You know what? Good point. Thank you, Reorganize. Some do. Some do. Not the best at English, says C. James 13. Where are you in from, James? I know who you are. I just don't know where you're from. Where you at? Where you at, motherfucker? Where you at? Where do you hail from, sir? Originally. Are you from England originally? But yes, it's 40 minutes. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, you've confused me then. All right, good enough. Okay. No one's insulting your English abilities. What are you talking about? I only asked where you are because you said that you weren't good at English, so I just assumed that maybe English wasn't your first language. That's all. No worries, my friend. No fucking worries. But yeah, it's to tie that off. It's really unfortunate in my mind that in this community, there are a pocket of individuals who think they have to look a certain way because that's what pop culture has done to us. That's it, that's all. And maybe it's a little bit of I want to look this way, and that's great. That's cool. I mean, I love one of my favorite skirts is my black mini skirt, but I'm a bit of a punk girl, so I wear it with black leggings and shit, right? And like a rocker t-shirt or whatever I might have, or my leopard skirt. I love it. That's who I am. I don't know, man. It just, whether it's cultural or not, the girls that feel the need to look like they invented the red light district in Amsterdam, I don't know, guys. I don't disrespect them, but I mean, do you, boo-boo? You know what I mean? But why? I just, and if you're comfortable like that, rock on, girl. 7 days ago. I've tried basically my whole life. Going out and raving late 90s, early 2000s. I was desensitized to a lot of LGBTQ stuff, granted. I didn't get it as a teenager, but I've seen men in angel wings and camped right up, dancing. Of course! Yes! Yes! I completely know what you're talking about, Ree. Yes. I will say once again, if you didn't catch it the first time, going out and for the listeners, going out and raving in the late 90s, early new millennium, 2000s, I was desensitized to a lot of LGBTQ stuff. I didn't get it as a teenager, but I've seen men in angel wings and camped right up, dancing hard as fuck to Habba techno. Fucking yes. This is our scene, my friend. This is our scene. This is how we rock, right? And we love it, don't we? We fucking love it. This is who we are. And you know what? Fuck LGBTQ. Put that aside for a second. The same person you're seeing with those fucking Victoria's Secret wings on from the Victoria's Secret show, that guy could be a grade 2 teacher on Monday. And straight as an arrow. That's what I love about our scene. Bring it. Love it. I gotta change it up in a minute. Oh, where are we going? Oh, not in a minute. Oh, 39, 40 minutes. Okay, we got 10 minutes left on this. Okay. Holy fuck. For those who are going to see this on the recording, or for those who are going to see this on YouTube and SoundCloud when I get there, because I have to pay for SoundCloud next week. I am really fucking stoked about today's show, even though we're nowhere near the end. I'm really enjoying this because for the listeners, I'm doing my best to include audience comments because I have to. Because I was doing today's show intentionally because I wanted to go into the whole fetishizing of women's clothing and fucking like masturbation and all that stuff and what you see against what really is and everything. And I am really fucking impressed that I don't have any female... Like, my entire audience today is guys. As superficial as that may sound, I have the utmost respect. I have the utmost respect for my crowd today. I really do. Thank you all for being so engaging and being honest. I really appreciate it, everybody. This is fucking real, and I love it. But I mean, we all know who each other are, so we can have this conversation without being fucking dicks, right? I've taken things today and done the show about some really sensitive issues, or so can be regarded by some that you speak with. But I'm not trying to throw anybody under a bus. I'm really, these things fascinate me. So I offer nothing but respect and love to my audience today. Fuck, I'm almost tearing up now. These are not, for those who are going to see this on the recording, these are not easy issues to talk about. This is not coffee talk. And I mean, truth be told, because of the comments that have been made in the chat and getting lost in my own thoughts and responding to viewers, I've lost all sense of some points that I did want to bring up. But that's okay. Reorganized says, I think we are all old enough to know the world isn't black and white and to worry about our own lives instead of caring what someone else does with their lives because it doesn't conform rather to your narrative. Well, if more people could think that way, it would be a better world, wouldn't it, Ray? Everyone is so goddamn confused. Everyone is so, like, not confused, but preoccupied or concerned with what others do. There's a clip on YouTube. Where is it? Oh. Tony DeVitt. I don't need to introduce him. Yeah, Reorganize. I really agree with what he said. Yeah. I reiterate, I think we are all old enough to know that the world isn't black and white. And to worry about our own lives instead of caring about what the other says, I'm paraphrasing, does with their lives because it doesn't conform with their own narrative. Well, that's exactly fucking it, isn't it? Remaining derailed on the fetish and fashion title of today's show. Anyone who knows who I am, and you know, because of my Twitch travels and whatnot, if I can be honest for a second, I can't really put into words. I don't have the words to describe how it feels that when I came onto Twitch and stuff from doing my show over on Instagram for about a year or so, whatever it was. And I mean, I had a few interactions with the UK and European crowd during and prior to my show on Instagram. but Instagram strengthened it, right? One of my... Oh, my God. Richie! Hello, love. How are you? Welcome in. The point I'm trying to make, everyone, is that even I'll include Instagram since I brought it up. When I started my show on Instagram, and then Amber D pestered the fuck out of me and got me over to Twitch, none of you will ever understand what it feels like to not have to come out. To a new group of people. Listen for a second. Thanks for hanging out, Uber. Nice to see you. This is the end of my flip weekend. I start nights tomorrow. I work tomorrow night and Tuesday night, and I'm off Wednesday and Thursday, and then I work all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm going to do my best to be... I work Monday and Tuesday, so Wednesday is a write-off. I'm going to do my best to be around on Thursday, so... if you're around, if any of you are around, I'll see what I can do about being live then. Have a good night, sir. Thanks for hanging out once again. Love you. I suppose it can in a certain way, Reorganize says you learn racism and prejudice, which I will agree with. But the simple point I was trying to make a second ago was that since I've migrated from Instagram to Twitch and everything, and I've only got 2 years in this fall, people. That's it. That's all, right? I'm still growing and learning. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm all self-taught here, but regardless of that, that's fucking logistics of my show. But the point I'm trying to make is, there came a point for myself where I really got sick, and I am really sick it pisses me off that I have to, in certain situations, I have to come out. Like, I mean, I'm out at work, for God's sake. And it matters because, like I started to say, migrating myself over to Twitch, I used the phrase "no one will ever understand," and that's true. And I guess that does lend to the idea of the uneducated, right? And I guess I support that. But to close off my point, when I came into Discord and Twitch and stuff and started making a presence for myself, I didn't have to come out. I didn't have to come out. Which begs the question, what the fuck are we doing wrong in North America? What are we doing wrong, folks? In my travels online, I have encountered a cluster of people, Europe and the UK, who are among the most inarguably accepting and respectful people I have ever encountered. And to that, there are no words. I'm a wordsmith. I can someone described me I said recently that I was having a content block or whatever the fuck it was, and someone sees me. They were surprised that I was stuck for content, and the show I did after that conversation, I ended up turning into 2.5 hours of content of having no content. But anyway, to do with the whole being stifled for words idea, I'm stunted at the idea that I have become a part of a community of people who live on a continent that isn't my own. And I get treated like I had coffee with these individuals last week. There is no money in the world that can pay for that. Kind of somber there. I do apologize. I didn't mean to get really fucking real. Let's have some fun, boys. What's on everyone's minds? What do we want to talk about? It's 4:02 p.m. Toronto time. All right, now we are doing... What is this? Ah, yes, Tony DeVitt. Yay. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Here, let me quickly answer a fucking messenger thing before I forget. Sorry. Okie dokie. You want to go into that, C. James? Can we discuss that? Is that okay by you? Because I have some thoughts on that, and I will go into that after I go to the washroom. So 2 points have been brought up, ladies and gentlemen. Before I went for my break, CJames13 in the chat says, "You're lucky you have a girlfriend. I haven't had one for quite some time." Reorganized says, "No country is perfect. We all still have some backwards views of of lives still. Even in the UK, we still segregate communities to agree. Yes, I'm aware. In the sense that we still let it happen, and it's not seen. The segregation isn't seen as a bad thing. Oy. C. James 13 says it depends on what is thought. It depends on what is thought of, I'll say, is a bad thing. So perception we're talking about. But to go into what C. James is saying, and I'm gonna talk about this because that's the basis of my show. I'm real. So we're gonna go back in history here. When I left my home province of Prince Edward Island, fucking 100 years ago, I was a severely closeted CD. And yes, I'm relating this to queer culture, but it doesn't have to be. Just hear me out. When I met my then wife, I did divulge to her that I was a CD. Had no outlet, but that was the game. Had a life with this individual, and she knew about who I was and all that kind of stuff. Fast forward to now, when me and my partner met 10 years ago this summer, through plentyoffish.com. I was open about who I was, but to a point, right? On my POF profile, I said I was into gender bending and wearing guy liner and all this kind of shit. Still very closeted as a CD. But because of who my partner is, she didn't care. Didn't give a fuck. Because there are certain scenes, certain music scenes that will teach you things, whether you like it or not. Now, like I just said, 10 years together this summer, this Pride. Between my separation and meeting my current partner, there was only a pocket of a few years, a couple of years, like 2 years, right? And I did engage in the activities that I was discussing earlier, right? I was engaging in erotic behavior to do with women's clothing and stuff. I'm not shy to say that. But despite that, I had found somebody who picked me. I found somebody who picked me, who chose me, right? She didn't care if I borrowed her clothes, didn't care if I did this, that, whatever. Didn't fucking care. Now, and I'm not trying to make this about me, even though it sounds like it. Because there is somebody out there for everybody. Now, despite the fact, that I guess in conjunction with the fact that I only spent a couple of years alone between my separation and finding my current partner, I do, yes, honestly count myself lucky that as a person who fucks with gender in those days, and now is a bona fide transgender woman, don't be mistaken. I do consider myself vastly lucky that I have a person. I do. Because we don't all have that. But because she could have found out I was a woman, despite how it all happened, and said, okay, fuck you, I'm out. Could have very easily done that. Of course. That's no argument. For fuck's sake, I could have spent from the moment my separation began until now alone. And to my friend CJames13 in the chat, I will say, I mean, I'm focusing on the fact that, I mean, I'm relating what you're saying about not having a partner for a number of years to my own experiences, and I'm not trying to be selfish by doing that whatsoever. But my friend, just take solace in the fact that, like Phoebe on Friends said during one episode years ago, you will find your lobster. You will find your lobster, my friend. Because you know what happened? I hit POF, and so did my girlfriend. And I've had these conversations before, my friend. It will happen when you're not trying to make it happen. Because I was only on there just to see, right? I was unaware. I was ignorant. I knew what it was, but I thought, okay, fuck that, right? So I popped on, made an account, this and that. All of a sudden, I see this woman responding to my profile, and everything was gravy, right? Lucky for me. And it's been wonderful. I'm grateful that a website brought me and my partner together. Because I was speaking of stigmas, that was a huge one back in the 90s, right? Wasn't it? And I will stress again, my friend, no one ever really responded, says C. James. I don't know if you're actively trying. I don't know what your game is. And I'm not trying to give you couples advice or anything, right? I'm not here to give advice, right? I can only offer perspective. I'm not going to sit here and offer concrete answers, right? I'm not a relationshipologist. You will find your person, my friend. You will find your fucking person. And you know what? As much as me and my current partner met on a goddamn website, that sucks. Blockage. Okay. That's different. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to say to that. But you know what? Chalk that up to a them problem, my friend. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not here to try and tell anyone how to live their lives. But the amusing part to me and my partner meeting was we agreed to meet for a day. She was living north of Toronto at the time in a community called Markham. She came down on the bus and we spent 8 hours together. We got caught in the rain. We went for a walk. We spent time at the Eaton Center having a couple of smokes and just chat with coffee and stuff. You will find your person. You will find your person and it will be glorious. My only advice to you is don't put too much effort into it. Just don't. The whole internet was not against you. The whole internet was not against you. Don't be saying shit like that. Come on now. You know better than that, my friend. No, I'm not going to trust you because I don't believe what you're saying. That's a really heavy statement to make, James. The whole internet was against you. No, it wasn't. Did you have smear? Never mind. No. I don't want to go into that. I'm sorry. Reorganize is saying it's all about confidence in yourself without bordering on hubris. Hubris. No one will love you if you can't love yourself and be confident in who you are. I can go a few different ways. Thank you, Richie. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes. It probably felt that way, but it wasn't true. It's all perception, right? That's actually... I'm not a mental health practitioner, but yeah. Thank you for clarifying that. Stop saying trust you. James, the entire internet was not against you, my friend. You're presenting some really beefy statements. And yes, I agree with what Richie said. It's probably for the listeners, it probably felt like the internet was against you as you weren't getting the results you wanted. Precisely. But let's be real, guys. None of us are psychologists or psychiatrists, to use big wording and professional shit. I don't want to have that conversation here. I really don't. I'm going to say it one more time, and that's it. But see, James, the internet was not against you. Oh, isn't that the worst, Richie? That fucking sucks, right? Oh, I've been there 100 times, Richie. Yeah. Yep, the new job, fucking sitch, man. Oh. Yeah. It seems like nothing will ever work out, right? You can have qualifications and certifications up the fucking ass. What is your what is your field of expertise, Richie? I don't know what you do for a living, my love. What's your game? C. James says, I know what I'm on about. They don't like the intelligent infidels. I don't know what that means. And no, you don't know what you're talking about. If you're saying things like the entire internet is against you, okay, I'm gonna outright ask you to stop talking about that, please. If this was a radio show and you were a caller, I'd hang up on you. This is your own perception, my friend. And I'm sorry you feel that way, but Been in recruitment. Oh, Oh, cool. Have done sales for a number. Oh, okay, cool. So sales, like corporate sales, is it? Is my assumption correct? Ah, cool. Do you enjoy that or no? Are you looking to move on? Conversation right now for the listeners with Richie B 1978. Talking about corporate sales and recruitment right now. Oh, the lovely world of corporate sales and so on and so forth. Gotta love it. Telling someone you love them when you couldn't give a fuck about them. I mean, you can't deny that, mate. Come on now. Throw me a bone. Yes, we're gonna. Yes, we want your account. Blah blah blah. Right, the whole rhetoric. I'm sure it does. Yeah, good days and bad days. Sure, yeah. Which did you prefer, Richie? Did you prefer recruitment or do you prefer sales? Or do you not care for either one? In your heart, let me phrase it this way, love. If you could have your dream job tomorrow, what would it be? Oh, is that what this is? We're still on TDV. Exactly, Richie B 1978. Give me your money and fuck off. Yep, isn't that the game, right? That's the fucking game, my love. Yeah, for sure. It's all money driven, cocksucker, isn't it? I'm not calling you a cocksucker, I'm just saying. Yeah. It's all about the fucking dollar, right? Give me your money and fuck off. Exactly. Yep. Time is at 4:25. Okay. Oh, we got plenty of time. Half an hour into TDV of 71 minutes, so we got plenty of time. No, I'm just joking around. I got rid. Oh, nobody has to tell me what Richie's like. I know Richie. Oh, you're not a pitcher, you're a catcher. Richie B openly admitting that he's a bottom. He's not a top, he's a bottom, folks. Know that. Fucking hell. Shit. I prefer to receive, he says. Well, there you go. Exactly. To harken back to the topic we were talking about earlier, and which was the focus of the show after all. Depends on my mood, says Richie B. Sometimes I like to be in charge. So sometimes he's a dom, sometimes he might be a power bottom. You never know. which is entirely valid. Completely. Yes, yes, says the Klayre Avalon Show. We harbor no judgment. No judgment whatsoever. We might harbor misunderstanding, but we harbor no judgment. Yay. Switch! Boom! Switch! Good call, C. James. Yes. Yep. Are any of you familiar with Billy's? It was a venue in the UK years and years ago in the 80s, and it was a haven for the individuals involved in the new romantic movement to go into the conversation of drag once again and gender bending and so on and so forth. Does anybody remember a venue called Billy's? If you're old enough to, well, all of us are old enough to remember Billy's. It just I don't know if you will or not. Color me not surprised. Yeah. Just popped into my head. I'm just being curious. That's all. It was a niche venue, as was the scene itself. And what Billy's presented was a small, intimate venue where the whole focus was allowing the individuals who frequented this establishment to express themselves in certain ways, right? Aesthetically, that's all it was. To go back to the whole idea of what we think things should look like. What we're talking about is counterculture. And Billy's, way back in the day, this goes into reorganize. This track was the first vinyl I ever bought. Cool. Very cool. Very fucking cool. Look at me hiking my fucking dress up like I'm some sort of harlot or some shit. Fucking hell. What's wrong with me? Yeah, Billy's in the UK. Way back. This is part of what. This is part of why Amber D says to follow me because of club history and all that shit. E-Tracks. Oh, is it E-Tracks? Let's Rock. Oh, okay, cool. I seem to have. I don't remember what I had for breakfast, but I seem to have an archive of the venues and the people that built and ran our fucking scene. And whether that be club culture or the queer scene, I seem to have the ability to retain all this shit. Interestingly enough, I found out one night through another chat on Twitch, we all know about Ministry. We all know about Crasher. We all know about the Hacienda. We all know about Turnmills, the Galleria Turnmills, Judge Jules, Tall Paul, all these guys, Annie Nightingale, the whole crowd, right? What I found out one night through a DM session on Twitch was that there's a venue in the UK, not open anymore, that precedes Crasher, Ministry, and the Hacienda. Hacienda being the number one venue in terms of what everyone knows as the place that started it all. Now, what I learned was the Crystal Rooms. were the #1 venue that started everything that we know today. They were the mainstream raves in the UK. There were far better, lesser-known raves back then. Okay, so the Crystal Rooms was a club, right? Okay, fine. Well, the fucking Crasher and Ministry were mainstream as well. We could argue, right? For me, they were in Canada. Were there other venues other than the Crystal Rooms or the Crystal Room? I don't know what it's called. That had an equal or significant hand in building what we know today? Were there other ones, guys? If there are, I don't know. My history only goes back to Billy's, Miss Moneypenny's, Ministry, Miss Moneypenny's, and Billy's. That's it. But I start at the Hacienda for our scene. That's where I go. So there were other places aside from the Crystal Rooms? Because if what the person who told me this is correct, people like Judge Jules and stuff were involved with the Crystal Room, or did Judge Jules come after that with MOS and Crasher and stuff? Because he was both, and he was Sun Essential too. Oh, oh yeah, C James has been shut down for years. Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, no, I know that. Back then you had Dreamscape, Helter Skelter, Global Gathering. I know Global Gathering. I've heard of Helter Skelter and Dreamscape. Those pushed the underground scene like hardcore, techno and trance far more than MOS or Gatecrasher ever did. Oh, Fantasia. I've got some Fantasia. Do you mean the Fantasia house sessions? Because I've got Jeremy Healy on my phone. I've got a few Jeremy Healy mixes from the Fantasia House collection, and I've also got Tall Paul as well. Fantasia was fucking massive. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I know Global Gathering. What were the Dreamscape? Yeah, they were just massive Oh. But they were all in these super clubs, right? That's the vibe. Lashed in London at SE1? Lashed? Oh, cool. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that, C. James. Thank you. Can I find sets? Can I find sets from Lashed on YouTube? Is that possible? Ah, shit. I would love to hear that. See, guys, these are the reasons why when I started on Twitch, I called my show the M25, because I breathe this shit. Amber will tell you. Fuck. Lashed. Oh, Miss Lisa. Pardon me. Very good, very good. Oh. Oh, it's lost in the dust, is it? Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, just the massive parties, says reorganize, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I remember, guys. Even though I wasn't there, I remember. Like I was still on Prince Edward Island back where I grew up in these days, right? That's what that fuck. Oh my. Every time I get so far into the show, YouTube Dreamscape, Fantasia. I have YouTube the Fantasia parties, yeah. I will look into Helter Skelter for sure. I've done the same thing with hang on now. I've done the same thing with the Shelley's parties in Stoke-on-Trent. Back in like 90 to 93, whatever. Oh, I was so fucking beside myself when I saw last year that Shelley's in Stoke was having a revival. Holy fuck, I would have given my left nut to be there. For real. Fuck me. A Shelley's. I started off going to Clockwork Orange at Camden Palace. Peach, Frantic, Bagley's, Sun Up at SW1, 414 in Brixton. Oh, wow, Richie. Oh, to be a fly on those walls, my love. You have no idea. Oh, man. And this would have been what? This would have been what? Like garage? Or what are we talking? Like early trance and stuff? Early house? Like a lot of synth and shit? What are we talking here? Acid house and whatnot? Like full-on rave music? Not by today's standards, but like for back in the day, understand that, right? You know what I'm going after, right? Is that what someone like me would have heard? Oh, hard house. Okay. Really? Okay. Huh. That's interesting because I keep going back. I'll go back to Judge Jules and the Sun Essential parties. We all know what Sun Essential was and Burmy and all that stuff. I listened to the Global Warm Up right now with Judge. It's everywhere, and he's gone into a more house direction. And I've heard the Slinkies parties, and I've heard the Lush parties, and so on and so forth, and the Sun Essential parties, and the Essential Mix on BBC One. I don't know what to call Judge Jules back in those days. Can somebody help me out on that? I don't know what to call him, or what his style was. Most of my raving was done, was that all it was, Ree? Was that all it was house? Really? Just house? Because I see it. When I listen to a Judge Jules set, the one thing I never think about is house. I'll be honest with you. I never... Yeah, a bit of early trance, for sure, yeah, I'll give you that, yeah. But house? I don't know, man. I don't know. I suppose, yeah. I wouldn't discount it. Yeah, mainstream house. Mainstream house. It just seemed, you know what it is? You know why I kind of challenge with what you're saying about mainstream house? It's different for me because as much as I don't think about house when I think of people like Jules, it's because when I think of house, I think of New York and the Prague days. That's the differentiation you have to take into consideration. I'm North American, right? So when I think of Jules, I don't think of house. I could be wrong. Pete Tong? Yeah, Pete Tong for sure. Pete Tong was Morehouse. Glad the judge ventured into. Well, yeah, right. He could, but I mean, can we agree that Judge kind of did a bit of everything? Is that fair? Judge went everywhere, but Pete Tong was kind of. And we organized early trance. Could we maybe say tech trance? MOS back in the day when it started was the mainstream house Bible. Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah. Fairy and all them. Yeah, I'll give you that one, my friend. All day. Yep. Oh, I'm getting sore. How much time? Where am I? 50 minutes out of 71. Fuck me, this is a fine radio host I am. I've spent most of my time looking at the fucking computer. Doesn't mean a hell of beans to the people listening, but fucking boring for the people fucking watching. I mean, fuck, what am I giving you? Early tech trance. Oh, it so was. That's why. See, James, I go back to like DJ Micro out of New York and stuff like that. Oh, I love my tech trance. Fuck me. Yeah. Love it. I fucking love it. And tech house. I love my tech house. Yes. Holy fuck. I'm gonna shut my yap for a second.
I'm gonna be a motherfucking hustler. Fucking hustler.
This is the stuff I learned how to dance on. Way back when I was a young raver girl, in the early days, late 90s, early 2000s. This is my shit. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Reorganize. You would have never heard this at Ministry or Crasher. Classes underground back in the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Which is unfortunate to say. If I'm like, am I incorrect in saying that that's a lot to say considering it's Tony? All the underground spots, yeah. This was underground. So Tony was underground, was he? I'm only recently learning who he is, so I don't know. All I know is I like what I hear when I listen to him. That's all I can give you. Is that a mix or a track? Ah, okay. You say old again in my fucking chat, I'll ban you. I'm also joking. I'm 44, cunt. I'm not old. I'm 20 years old with 24 years experience. Fuck my God, guys, let me tell you this. I was in a chat last night just to say hello, and when I came into the chat on Discord, when everybody realized I was there, this one individual out of Germany, well, it was before my time too, C. James, don't feel bad. When this cocksucker got load of me, and I don't know if he did this before I got there, but the first time he clocked me, he looks at me and goes, "Hi, Klayre, how old are you?" What? So it was handled, blah blah blah, and I even it was handled, and I even said to him in the chat, I said, "Do you ask every new person you meet how old they are?" "Hi, my name's Chris. How old are you?" "Hi, how are you? How old are you? Want to go for a coffee? How old are you?" What the fuck is this cunt on? Are you serious? How old are you? And he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't fucking stop. What the fuck? Like, how old are you? I didn't tell him how old I was, incidentally. I didn't go there. But I mean, what the fuck is that? I may or may not know how old certain individuals are, and I don't care. Old, you know what? Oh, Richie in the chat says old enough to know better. What me and my friends used to say was old enough to know better, young enough to do it again. Old enough to know better, young enough to do it again. So you can put that in your arsenal, Richie. Yep. I love it. Fuck, I sit here as a 44-year-old woman and I am not done yet. I am not done yet, motherfuckers. Mais non. Tabarnak, c'est callis. Mais non. 39. What was it raised by the time I was 16? See, I started partying when I was like 19 or 20. It's funny. There was, you raise a fun point there, Ree. I turned age of majority during high school. So I used to go out on the weekends and stuff, but I mean, the weekends is nothing. There was a club in town named Shakers, and on Wednesday night, Shakers had ladies' night, which meant it was free for ladies, and it was a $2.50 cover for everyone else. So here Klayre comes along on a Wednesday night, a school night for all intent and purpose, out until 2 in the morning on a school night, going to school the next day, whatever. Because I loved school so much, I stuck with it. I spent an extra year and a half in... Hereford. Oh, another hub of Judge Jules. Thank you, C. James. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so I was age of majority in high school. Why am I saying this? Fuck, I've lost all train of thought again. Fuck. When I was going to the club back then, not Shakers, another one, across the street and around the block, that got me into dance music, and I ended up entering a dance competition. Yeah, I didn't. All said and done, I went to my first party in Moncton, New Brunswick, on Canada's East Coast. I was probably in my early 20s at that point, and that was the first party I ever saw. Because what happened was I met a guy at the dance competition in my hometown, and he's coming down the main aisleway in like khakis and a jean jacket. And he looks at me. I'm wearing purple plastic pants and a gray baby T-shirt, right? A fucking midriff bearing T-shirt, and my hair is in a silver bihawk, kind of like Keith Flint from The Prodigy, sort of idea. And it was winner take all that night, and I won. And this guy walks up to me and he says, "I'm not from here, and you don't look like you belong here. So can you explain to me what's going on?" So he takes me, we end up burgeoning a friendship and all that kind of fun stuff, and it was great. His name was Liam. He was in town. He was on PEI because his mom was working with a show that was being filmed on PEI called Road to Avonlea. Avonlea is a real place, and it goes back to like the idea of Anne of Green Gables. That was the overtone, right? And my friend Liam was a PA on the show, a production assistant. So he was grabbing coffee and this and that idea. And we went to our first party together, well, my first party, in Moncton, New Brunswick. And that was my first taste of rave culture. It was at one venue. That was my first party. My second party, aside from parties that happened on PEI, my second big party was at the very same venue that apparently the promoters had decided to get some money together, apparently, because you can't do it without money. And they turned it into a real venue called Montego's. Fucking brilliant, guys. Fucking brilliant. What a great night. Oh, man. I remember that night like it was last night. One of my biggest disappointments was, I think, was it the first party? It was the first party, yeah. They had a canteen sort of area at the back of the dance floor. You could get juice and whatever. And I was sitting on a stool counting my money that I didn't have. And I looked at my wallet and I said, where the fuck did $60 go? And I was fucking twisted when I was figuring this out. I was on my second pill. And then it hit me. I had dropped $60 Canadian on 2. And I'm sitting there going, where the fuck did my money go? Oh, Mark E.G., good on you, sir. Good on ya. Oh, my God. All right, we're closing out, guys. We're at 65 minutes of 71. I'm gonna wind down here. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. It's not a glitch, it's me fucking with the volume, guys. No worries. It's my DJ skills in action. Closing out, I will say that I appreciate every one of you who have been here and who will make it this far on the recording on Twitch. There will be uploads to. I've got a couple of episodes to upload to my YouTube. I can't upload to SoundCloud at the moment because I have reached my allotted usage for SoundCloud until next week when I go pro. Because to do anything further on SoundCloud, I have to pay for it. So that'll be next week. But keep six on episodes on my YouTube page. I forget the name of it, Klayre Avalon Show, or my name, something. You'll find it. It's out there. If you want to give that a follow, go ahead and do so. I'm on SoundCloud. I gotta get my Discord fucking link on my fucking. I gotta get my Discord and Instagram and stuff and Twitter and everything on my channel here on Twitch. I only have what do I have? I have YouTube. That's it. I gotta get the rest of that sorted out. But in time, and do keep in mind that I do have a guest calendar coming up for the new year. I have Zoom right now, but I've been informed recently, I can do guests on the show through Discord. I have Discord, but much like a lot of people don't know what Twitch is, and a lot of the people who know who I am don't know what Twitch is, but apparently I can have a guest session through discord.com. I didn't know that. So, yes, I have Zoom on my OBS, but if I can have a guest session with Discord through discord.com, then fucking rock on. Yay. So watch out for that, guys. I got six or seven guests lined up for this year. Yeah, one of which is in Toronto, one in Germany. She's on tour right now, my German friend, so I have to tie her down. Couple in the UK, and also keep an eye out for the premiere of Cherry Bomb, which is a segment of the show where my partner herself will be joining me, and we gonna talk about some shit, and that's the end of the music. Yeah, and Cherry Bomb will be. We gonna talk about some shit. We gonna talk about some shit, boys and girls, and everybody in between. It will be me and my partner herself. She will be appearing on camera with me. So I hope you'll all join me, and that might be impromptu, because it's all based on her schedule and mine. And there may or may not be promo involved in that. There will be, to the best of my ability. But if it ends up being a Monday, which is characteristically her day off, and I have Mondays off as well, after every second weekend, just know that the premiere of Cherry Bomb will be, for all intents and purposes, not planned. Don't expect planning behind Cherry Bomb. It's just going to happen when it happens. So yeah, just to keep that in mind, and I hope to see you all there. And on that, 5:06 p.m. in Toronto, 10:06 p.m. in the UK, 11 o'clock in Germany, 6 o'clock in Argentina, and so on and so forth. I appreciate you all for being here. Hit me up on SoundCloud, Klayre Avalon Show. Hit me up on YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. You don't need me to tell you. Instagram, Mama Klayre, or my name, Klayre Avalon. Klayre, Avalon, Avalon, for those unaware. I'm everywhere. Twitter, for fuck's sakes, even though I get no traffic on Twitter. That's it, boys and girls. Thank you for being here. We'll see you probably Thursday. Bye-bye for now. Love you all.